everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. Really quickly before I get started, I just want to mention that it was requested that I do my top 10 Astro comebacks, and I wasn't 100% sure that they had 10 comebacks that I liked, and it turns out they haven't actually had 10 comebacks period, including their debut. They've only had 8, I believe, so I won't be able to do that for a little while, but I do want to do it. So somebody needs to remind me in like a year or so. I don't know how long it'll take, but once they've had 10 comebacks. But this video is my top 10 favorite BtoB comebacks, and I'm so excited to do this. BtoB is one of my ultimate bias groups. I've already done EXO, NCT, and 17, who are some of my other ultimate bias groups. I haven't mentioned this since my EXO comebacks video, but the criteria that I go by to pick my favorites is a combination of how much I like the video, how much I like the song, how much I like the concept, so on and so forth. Even if the video is kind of cringy, if I like the concept and the song enough, it will be high up on the list. So yeah, let's do this. Number 10 is Missing You. I'm not generally a fan of ballad type songs, and BtoB kind of has a lot of them. Something about BtoB's ballads is different. They're always so, how do I explain it? They're not as heavy as ballads usually are, and don't feel quite as like sad and moody. They're actually kind of like lighter somehow. I don't know how to explain it. They not only have a reputation, at least in my perspective, of coming out with music videos that are either really well thought out and have a story to tell, or just really interesting to watch. And Missing You definitely has both of those wrapped into one. It has a cool story, and it's really well shot, and it's just it kind of pulls you in. Number 9 is Insane. And Insane, though the video can be quite cringy, and I do consider it to be a little bit cringy, so they were kind of still getting into the groove of it. And up until about like 2 years ago, almost every group's debut was kind of cringy. You know, it was just like that rite of passage as a K-pop group to have like a cringy debut music video. And, you know, groups now don't really have that, which I think is a shame. I think every group needs to go through that awkward phase before they get really good. BtoB definitely went through that for a little while, but I think they got out of it quicker than most groups did. And though Insane as a music video is a little bit cringy, I still really enjoy it, and I don't know, I love the song. The song particularly, I think, is just kind of special. Was that there when I started the video, or am I crazy? I don't remember seeing a mark on my arm. Anyway, the song is beautiful, in my opinion, like to listen to, regardless of the meaning of it. You know, it's just beautiful to listen to. And what I meant to mention for Missing You is, when it comes to BtoB and their ballads, I think they're also very different because of the amount of vocal power that they have as a group. Insane is a really good example of that as well. And the styling, I honestly didn't have that much of a problem with it, and though I can't watch the music video a whole lot, I do actually kind of enjoy it to an extent. Number 8 is Pray and or I'll Be Your Man. I don't know what it officially goes by. And this, I want to say I love this. I really do. But it's down as low as it is because there's something about it that I just feel is missing, and I can't quite say what. I love the rap parts, I love the vocal parts, I love the video, I love the styling and everything for it, but it just feels like it missed something. I don't know what, again, but I really love it as a comeback, and I didn't want to put it any lower because of how much I love it, but I couldn't put it any higher either. Number 7 is Wow. I am a sucker for BtoB's older comebacks, and I think it's just like a nostalgia kind of thing, but Wow, there was just something so playful about them, which they still are very playful, but I feel like it was more of a they're a new group and they have a lot to prove, so they were showing off a lot of their comedic side, and I love that. When it comes to K-pop, you don't see a lot of groups or artists in general embracing the more goofy side. They kind of go more serious or want people to take them seriously before they get into that, and I think it's cool that BtoB never really cared as far as like they're known as variety kings for a reason. They've always been themselves and they're always goofy, and just I wish more groups were like that. But Wow is one of those songs that I think is really iconic as far as the K-pop industry goes. I think a lot of people know it, even if they don't know the group. I think as people are familiar with this song to a certain extent, and that's how you know that your group is kind of established. Number 6 is It's Okay, and it would be up a little bit higher because of how much I love the song, but there are other factors for other comebacks that I liked more. And it wasn't that I don't like the music video for It's Okay. I love the music video. I love the song, and I love the simplicity of the entire comeback. I just, I don't know. I don't know why I can't bring myself to put it up higher on the list, because I do love it. There's other things for a lot of other comebacks that I liked a little more. I don't know. I kind of just repeated myself, but I don't know how to explain it. Number 5 is Beep Beep. And again, I am like a sucker for the older, goofy BtoB comebacks. It's a nostalgia thing. Even though I wasn't around like when a lot of these songs came out, because I got into BtoB a little later, I still look back at them really fondly. And Beep Beep, I think, again, is another one of those songs that a lot of people know, even if they don't know who sings it. So it's an iconic song in its own right. But I love the music video. I think it's hilarious. And I love the styling, even though it's like really weird. Like the styling for Wow and Beep Beep was so different, but also worked really well, and I really appreciate that. Number 4 is Thriller, and oh my god, Thriller has such a special place in my heart, and I'm not really sure, again, exactly why I love it so much, or like why I've always been so drawn to this, but I love the concept so much. I love these like dark, creepy fantasy. I love that kind of thing, and I really wish more K-pop groups would embrace that in like a serious way, not make it like campy, goofy, or like bubblegummy. Like really embrace it, like how Vix and Boyfriend have, like kind of just like embrace it, you know? And Thriller, there's a very large reason why I chose to put Thriller up so high. Not only do I love the song and the concept, but I love everybody's styling for this. Not every member, really. When I say everybody, I like literally mean every member, because some members, they stick to what is safe, and that's totally fine. There's always a member or two in K-pop groups that just don't want to have a crazy hair color. I appreciate that. But Changsub, Peniel, Ilhoon, and Minhyuk specifically, I loved their hair. Their hair and the outfits that they were given, just like, it's perfect. I love it so much, and that pushed Thriller up quite a few notches alone, just because of how much I love how good they all look in it. Number 3 is Only One for Me, and this is a newer one, which it shouldn't be a surprise because I've ulted BtoB, okay? I have ulted them for a reason. I love their music. I'm not just a fan of their older music. I just like a lot of their older stuff too, you know? Like, I just have a preference for it. But Only One for Me became one of my favorite songs very fast when I reacted to it, I believe. I don't even remember. On my other channel. At first, I was not sure if I was like really feeling it, which I get that way with a lot of stuff. I have to listen to things sometimes 10 plus times to actually understand it, or like finally fall in love with it. But I fell in love with this pretty fast after listening to it for like maybe 3 times, because there are just parts in songs that like it all it takes is like a 1 second part in a song that's really fire for me to love a song and become obsessed with it. I can't remember off the top of my head what in this song that was for me, but I know there is one. Number 2 is Movie. Now, Movie, I would not consider it one of my favorite songs, though I do love this song, but the music video is just so good that I had to put it up a little higher than I would if I was just going by the songs. And like the styling was pretty decent considering, considering some of their past styling. Like literally, I think Movie was entirely just them saying we just want to do what we want to do and we just want to have fun after kind of sort of having serious-ish comebacks for a while. I can't remember what they did right before Movie. I you know what, I did research for this list back when I made it, but I made it literally like when I made my EXO one at first, so I don't even remember a lot of the research that I did. So like I know that these are the ones that I picked based on looking at all of their comebacks, but my brain is just a mess right now, so I'm having a hard time remembering all of my reasoning exactly. But I do know that I love Movie as a package more than some of their other comebacks. So we'll leave it there. We're finally at my number 1 choice, and I'm curious if anybody can guess what it is before I say it out loud, because probably not. It's a kind of obscure one. I don't see a lot of people talking about it, but I love it a lot. My number 1 pick, and just like my favorite comeback from BtoB ever in the world, ever, on top of literally everything else they've ever done, is You're So Fly. And there are like 2 specific reasons for this, but we'll get there in a sec. Again, I love their goofy kind of concepts. I love when they can just, mess around, and I think it says a lot about a group when they don't take themselves too seriously, and you can see how much they enjoyed making music, but you can also see that they enjoy having fun doing it as well, and they're using their inspiration from having fun with it to make really good music. Does that make any sense? Because in my head I'm trying to kind of like talk until it does, and I don't know if it is. The biggest reason I love this comeback so much is Minhyuk's hair, I will be totally honest, but also his rap in the song is just like yes, I love it. I don't know what I'm doing, but if you don't know You're So Fly, if you've never seen it or you've never listened to the song, please do yourself a favor and check it out, because it's like so good. I love it so much. I can't explain it. You have just go. Once this video is over, go watch. You'll see what I mean. That's the end of this list of mine. I don't know why I'm using my hands so much. I always do that when I have my nails on and my rings, like they make me want to talk with my hands more than I do normally. If there's anything you want me to make a video about, please let me know and I'll do my best to make it happen. It doesn't necessarily have to be 100% relating to K-pop. I do have my other channel where I put stuff that doesn't relate to K-pop, so if you want to watch like makeup videos or fashion videos, those are over there. That is it for now. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.